This is a tough one. I didn't just lose a job. I lost an entire career over a technicality I had no control over. And I'm a boomer. So, at this stage in life, to go out and try to rebuild, something from the ground up, it's going to take 10, 15, 20 years. It's just not practical. And honestly, at this stage of my life, sometimes it's hard to get a job. And there's some jobs I just can't do anymore. It's not like I was 25 again. What first got my attention was, of course, the $25. I don't think people realize you try to buy a franchise, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars, 10, 12-hour days, and you won't even see a profit for 8 years. So to walk into something for $25 it's big. Um, but uh, I had actually invested in other programs and lost about $6,000 because they just didn't deliver. The training sucked and they only told half the story, which most of them do. But I got into this program and I got to looking into it, and its system is so simple. It's actually ingenious. I love it, and it's set up to where, in order for the company to succeed, they have to ensure the success of their people, which I think is a very powerful motivator. For them to ensure that you got proper training and to help you along and help you, succeed in your own life. I think one of the things that really got my attention once I got into the program and got to understand how it worked was the two owners, the two guys, Mark and Paul, who created this program. Uh, Paul started off from a pretty hard beginning. I mean, he was trying to raise a family, and I think they were living in a motorhome trailer or something like that. And the guy's working at a call center, and now here he is making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he never forgot where he came from. He understands that there are still people out there to who $25 is a lot of money. And he lets you know he understands this. He gets it. Uh, the company has room for growth. There's other products you can get into, you can purchase that's going to help excel your business. But he'll show them to you. He'll tell you what they do, and then he'll tell you, look, if you're not ready, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We're still going to teach you how to take that $25 and make a residual income out of it. And I just found that to be very powerful. Like I said, excuse me, I had invested almost $6,000 in other programs and come up empty-handed. But I remember they would have us posting links and websites and videos on this other stuff, and I would get, you know, I don't know, five, maybe six views a month at best, doing what they so-called trained us to do. And I got into this system, and I think I got into the training for 2, maybe 3 days at most. And I posted some videos, and within 1 week, I'm hitting 4, 5, 600 views, and I'm just like, wow. I mean, to me, that was powerful to go from 5 views a month to 500 in a week. And now I've got some that are, hitting that in a day. So I know the training's there. I know it works. Now it is a process. First you got video views, and then you've got website visits, and then you've got purchases. Um, I know years ago they used to say that somebody had to visit your store or your website 7 times before they would buy, and that's changed. I read recently it's now up to 11, and you have to take that into account. That's just human nature. We can't fix that, especially if you're new to the scene. People aren't used to you. It's going to take them a little while to warm up to you. But when you're seeing those kind of numbers, you know it's coming. You know it's there. So I would probably say that the biggest negative is the misconception that people have, and understandably so. You got somebody post their bank statement and says, hey, look at me, I made $10,000 last month. That's what people tend to expect. What he doesn't tell you is that it may have taken him 6 months to do it, or maybe he spent $5,000 on advertising, or maybe he's got a following of 1 or 200,000 people. Um, he could have just come out of one program and went to another one. So there's multiple, attributes that can be contributed to that, but it's not the average person. There's a couple of misconceptions going around, and I get it. When you see enough of this, get rich overnight, you tend to believe it. You tend to follow that dream, but the downside to it is people come in expecting that, and then when it doesn't happen, in a couple of days or a week or 2 weeks, they get frustrated. We had a guy recently who wrote in and said that he made a post 4 days ago and was complaining he hadn't made any money. And I'm like, well, wouldn't life be great if we could all just make a 5-minute video, post it, and then we could all retire? I mean, that would be a perfect scenario, but that's not how it works. There are tons of upside to internet marketing. I mean, you're looking at freedom. You're looking at working your own hours, looking at working where you want. You can work from a coffee shop, a beach, a hotel. It doesn't matter. One of the things I like about it, though, over your traditional 9 to 5, I mean, you work all year long, and what do you get? 10, 20 cent raise, maybe? Or have you ever gone into a place, you might be the hardest worker there, but you get paid the same as everybody else because it wouldn't be fair, they say. There's a lot of dead end jobs out there that don't allow growth. They don't allow you to excel. And the great thing about doing this internet marketing is if you want more money, just push a little harder. You're going to get it. Or maybe, let's say you're happy with $3,000 a month. Work a couple hours a week, you can maintain that. It's entirely up to you. Uh, there is, you've still got to do some work, especially on the front end. Getting started, you've got to allow time, you've got to push a little bit. So there is a process. I talked earlier about the videos, and that's the first step. Get video views. Once you start getting that, then your next step is you're going to start having people visit your website, and we have ways of tracking that, so we can tell, who's coming in. And then, of course, the next step is purchases. So you've got to be patient. Be patient, keep working, stay diligent. Um, but as long as you're seeing progress, you're going to get there. And when you get there, and then it's all downhill. Piece of cake. Closing thoughts, huh? I think the biggest thing I would really like to hit on is this is not a get rich quick scheme. And anybody who offers you that and says you're going to get rich overnight, there's usually a catch. So be very cautious and hold on to your money. But we've had, I think, over 12,000 people so far just up and walk away from their jobs. And many did it in about 3 months, which I think is pretty quick. It's not overnight, though. But they worked hard. Some took a little bit longer, and it all depends on how much time you have to dedicate to this, and it depends on your social circle. I mean, if a lot of the people around you, whether it's online or personal, if they're looking to make a change, if they're looking to better themselves, sign them up. You're gonna do great. And if not, that's fine. It just takes a little bit of work, but that's okay because we've got some amazing training. And matter of fact, speaking of which, if you're serious about this and you really want to move forward, I'm going to see to it that you get that extra training you need. So always remember, knocketh and the door will be open. All we got to do is knock and walk in. But no matter what you decide, I want to wish you all the best. I want you to take care. And I do hope to see you soon. Bye.